You know, I'm just going to give a little bit of testimony right now. I don't normally do this, and we don't usually ever ask them to sing a second song. But I'm going to tonight because now their CD is really a wonderful CD. And that last song, Courtney wrote that. How old are you, Courtney? Oh, that's right. She just had her 16th birthday. So, but she wrote it a little while back, and so the Lord is really going to use this family. But I didn't even think. I'm not the fearful kind of person. I'm not the kind that dwells on the past. But 1 year ago, when we took off for this trip, and I was just amazed at how many times today I was praying, Lord, keep your hand upon us. We took off for this very trip 1 year ago, and we hadn't even had our first service, and we had a terrible accident. Brother Chuck was driving the van. You're going to have to fix this there if you can. Brother Chuck was driving the van, and I don't know exactly what happened, but he was carrying the trailer, and the weight wasn't quite right in the trailer. You understand how that happens to men? How sometimes you get a trailer behind you and too much weight's too far back or whatever the deal is. Anyway, something happened. He came up over a rise, and there was a car going real slow in front of him. And when he hit on the brakes, that trailer began to fishtail in the middle of a big highway, and they went over on their side and slid. Well, they slid all the paint off one side of the vehicle. All the windows were knocked out. When they came to rest, every one of them were laying on the asphalt. And the miracle of all miracles is that when they came to rest, Brother Chuck said, everybody brace yourself, I'm sure we're going to get hit. We're in the middle of the highway. But they weren't. They were on the side of the road. Just a miracle that they were on the side of the road. They didn't get hit. Nothing happened. Except this little lady right here had her leg cut terrible. Just really what you'd say shredded. Wouldn't you say that? I would call it shredded. But you know, it's an amazing thing how God has kept his hand upon him. A few years ago, how many, Courtney? 4 years ago, Courtney and Kristen fell out of a forklift that was raised up in the sky and landed on their faces, and they've had surgeries and all kinds of things. But you know, I just think the enemy doesn't just want this family to thrive, just doesn't want them to be able to go on. But I'll tell you what, I just felt so thankful tonight during this service when you guys were singing. Well, I have faith in a God that's faithful. Here we are a year later, no permanent damages to any of us. You know, it was an amazing thing. We pulled all of our sound equipment out of that trailer, and I looked at that trailer and it was beat to death, and I thought, we're not going to have no sound equipment. We're not going to have anything. But not one thing destroyed except my music stand. See here? See that bend right there? All of our equipment. The first thing they pulled out of that trailer was a big bass drum, and the side of it was the side of the case was all crushed in. And I thought, well, we've lost our bass drum. But when they opened that case, that bass drum was sitting in there perfect. Not one thing. God is a faithful, faithful God. And sometimes when you don't know what is going to happen, God knows. Sometimes when you see no way out of a situation, God has everything under control. And he has everything. What you singing? When these girls had their wreck, these kids had just sat down and written this song. And I want you to listen to it and let it minister to your heart.
The sun may not be shining, the clouds may be all around, but there's something inside me that keeps away a frown.
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, because Jesus is my protector, and He keeps me from all harm. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, and I know who holds the future, and I will follow His every call, because Jesus is my protector. So where He leads me, I know I won't fall. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, because Jesus is my protector, and He keeps me from all harm. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds. Oh, because Jesus is my protector, and He keeps me from all harm. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what the day holds.